Hey everyone, this is Princess Anime 64 and welcome back to my character analysis series, and in this video we are going to take a look at Amidatelion from Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. So this banner here, it will feature Amidatellion's gear, it features Squall's burst, and it features EX weapons for Deuce, Lael, and for Amidatelion. So let's get started. So looking at Ami's profile, her crystal affinity is red. She uses wings, but they fall under various. She's mostly like a magic attacker. Her spears are A, C, and E. Her rolls are magic, attacker, debuffer, and delay ++. So at level 1, she has 950 HP, 180 initial brave, 525 max brave, 175 attack, and 150 defense. But when she's fully maxed out, her HP goes up to 11,302, initial brave is 4,513, max brave is 10,526, her attack is 3,204, and her defense is 4,073. So looking at her overall stats, her high points are her attack, her initial brave, speed, and max brave, and then her lowest stats are her HP and her defense. Alright, so looking at Amidatellion's skills, her first skill is Comet. It's a 3-hit magic brave HP attack. It deals more brave damage to debuff targets, it inflicts turn rate down 1 Tribe of Wisdom for 3 turns, and it grants Yuke's Hope for 3 turns. So Yuke's Hope will raise Ami's max brave and attack, and it restores a certain amount of party brave. It doesn't stack though, and turn rate down Tribe of Wisdom will lower turn rate. Her second skill is Mega Flare. It's a 3-hit AoE Magic Brave HP attack. It deals more brave damage to debuff targets. It deals split HP damage. All targets will be inflicted with defense down 1 Tribe of Wisdom and speed down 1 Tribe of Wisdom for 6 turns, and the target loses their next turn. As for defense down Tribe of Wisdom, this will lower defense. Same thing with speed down, it just lowers speed. And her C65 ability is Ability Recovery Brave Regen All. So this will restore 1 use of Comet and Mega Flare up to their initial limit, and it grants the party Brave Regen for 5 turns. Going over to the extensions, so Comet will get +2 uses. It will also add 6 brave hits. It deals more brave damage. Comet will also get a 150% max brave overflow. It deals 50% splash damage, and turn rate down Tribe of Wisdom will be extended to all targets, meaning it's going to hit all targets. Yuke's Hope will change Brave Attack into Brave Attack Plus, where it will lower the target's brave by half and then raises Ami's brave based on initial brave. HP attack will change into HP attack plus, where it lowers the target's brave down by 3/4, so like 75%. It then raises brave based on initial brave and then follows up with an HP attack. It also raises allies' brave equal to 20% of the HP damage dealt. Then with Mega Flare, you get another extra use out of it. It also adds 6 brave hits and a 180% max brave overflow. So for the artifact passives, in terms of stats, you want to go with attack 108. I just noticed that said defense over there, sorry. I meant to put max brave on there instead. You want to go with attack, max brave, and initial brave as well, since those do play a point with Amidatelion skills. And then for unique passives, Mighty Comet and Mighty Mega Flare are fine, but the one I would recommend the most is Mysterious Yuke Up, because Amidatelion is always going to have the Yuke's Hope passive on her, or sorry, the Yuke's Hope buff on her. So you want to stack up on Mysterious Yuke Up as well. Onto the gear. So Ami's 15 CP is the Devil Wings. So Comet will get a brave damage boost and turn rate down Tribe of Wisdom, and Yuke's Hope will get a buff boost and an extra duration. Her 35 CP is the Angel Wings, so Mega Flare will also get a brave damage boost. It also raises brave damage on single targets, and it also adds a defense down Tribe of Wisdom and speed down Tribe of Wisdom buff boost and some extra duration. Next we have her EX weapon, which is the Crystal Wings, and this will grant her the EX skill Yukish Ultima. It is a 5-hit AoE Magic Brave HP attack. It raises brave damage on single targets. It deals extra brave damage to debuff targets. The max brave overflow limit also rises with the number of debuffs on the target, and it deals full HP damage. So now we have the big prize, which is the LD weapon called the Magus Wings, and this will grant Amidatelion the LD skill Crystal Idol. So this will reduce all enemies' brave to 0 except for broken enemies. It raises the party's brave based on max brave. It's a full AoE HP attack. Gain brave may exceed Ami's max brave up to 150%, and it inflicts initial brave down Tribe of Wisdom to all targets for 6 turns, and it grants 1 level of the resurrection buff for 6 turns, the max limit being 3. So the resurrection level is also retained when it's cancelled, and it deletes the next turn for all enemies. So Resurrection, it restores a certain amount of party's brave, and it raises the party's initial brave, and amount granted may exceed max brave. It also doesn't stack. And then initial brave down, Tribe of Wisdom lowers initial brave. So just to recap, if you are building Amidatelion, go for this LD. It's going to be such a life changer for you, especially, and it also makes farming a lot easier. Moving on to the armor, so her 35 CP armor is Amidatelion Shoulder Guard. This will add 110 to initial brave and 220 to her max brave. Her 90 CP armor is Amidatellion's Mantle. This will add 680 HP and 84 defense. And then when you realize it, it adds 110 initial brave and 72 attack. Going over to the EX passives, at 1 out of 3 you get Mighty Yukish Ultima, which raises brave damage. At 2 out of 3 you get Yukish Ultima Brave Up, which raises brave by 20% of HP damage dealt after HP attacks. And then at 3 out of 3 you get Yukish Ultima Recast Up, which raises the recast speed. Now moving on to the realized passives, so at 0 out of 3, you get Yukish Ultima Force Advance, which adds a boost to brave damage, and stolen brave may exceed max brave up to 120. At 1 out of 3, you get Light of Aspiration Extension Attack Boost Up. This will raise max brave and attack if you have the EX Plus or the passive Light of Aspiration equipped. Then at 2 out of 3, you get Comet and Mega Flare buff debuff starting. So you start the quest with Yuke's Hope for 6 turns, and at the start of each wave, all enemies will be inflicted with turn rate down 1 Tribe of Wisdom, defense down Tribe of Wisdom, and speed down Tribe of Wisdom for 6 turns. Finally, at 3 out of 3, you get Yukish Ultima Brave Hit Plus Force Advance Plus Plus. This will add 8 Brave hits, it deals more Brave damage, raises max Brave Overflow limit, and Yuke's Hope will change Brave Attack and Brave Attack Plus into Brave Attack Double Plus, which lowers target's Brave by 1/4 and raises own Brave based on initial Brave. HP Attack also becomes HP Attack Plus Plus, where it lowers the target's Brave to 50% and then raises own Brave based on initial, and then does an HP Attack. They also mention here that increased brave may exceed own max brave up to 120% and raises brave for all allies by 50% of the HP damage dealt. Then her bonus spear, we have Debuff Success Brave Regen Shorter. It is an E-spear, and when inflicting a debuff on the target, it raises the party member's brave based on 10% of their own initial brave at the start of the party member's turn for 3 turns. This does not stack with the same spear as well. So now for the LD passives. So just for the record, when you limit break her LD each time, it will raise the party's attack. So at 1 out of 3, you get Quick Crystal Idol, which adds an extra turn rate. At 2 out of 3, Crystal Idol Buff Debuff Longer will add a +6 duration to initial Brave Down, Tribe of Wisdom, and Resurrection. And then at 3 out of 3, you get Charged Crystal Idol, which will add an extra use of Crystal Idol. Moving on to the event boss, we have the Bug Slug. You'll be fighting 2 of these things, and they resist Earth. So you don't want to use any, you don't want to use Gal first off, since his Earth enchant, and I would say avoid using Y'shtola as well. So looking over at its attacks, so it has Wallop, which is a melee HP attack that cancels in case. Mucus Charge will imply mucus space to the field, and what this does is it will delay the target's turn by 1 turn, and Mucus Charge Plus will delay by 2 turns. This is the one that you really want to be careful for, because as soon as the mucus is out, they're going to have this aura around them, and that's how you can tell that you're being pushed back each turn. So then we have Slime here, a Magic Brave attack that delays the target by 1 turn and lowers speed. Caustic Fluid will recover from break, and then does a Magic Brave attack, and then raises Brave, and it will also lower speed and will cancel in case. Group Stonega is an AoE Earth Magic Brave attack. Branch Shot is a guaranteed critical range Brave attack, meaning it's always going to hit critical, so be careful with this one. Rock Burn is a... Oh wait, hold on. Okay, sorry, I was too busy looking at my script that I forgot to notice. So at the top, Rock Burn is an Earth Magic Brave attack that lowers initial Brave. Ground Break is an AoE Earth Magic Brave attack that delays the target by 1 turn if they break them, so be careful with this one too. So now with In Case, it will go inside of its shell, it raises its Brave, and then reduces Brave damage taken, so this one can be a little tricky. Dissolve Mucus, this is where it will cancel out mucus space, so you won't get delayed each time. And then when it's becoming excited, it raises attack, defense, and speed. When it's collecting energy from the land, it raises attack, speed, initial, and max brave. And then when it's further collecting, it raises its stats even higher, but it also reduces the brave damage taken. So So moving on to alternatives. For starters, you could use Garland for this event. He will have Lost Chapter synergy, and he does have his LD as well. If you got that, then you can use him for this event. Squall will also have synergy for this event. If you have his burst and his LD already, then you're set to go. Working on someone who's like similar to Amidatelion, so if you wanted to work with like debuffs, you could use someone like Orin. If you wanted someone with like Brave Battery, you could use someone like Charlotta or Offmal. And if you wanted to try and delay the what's called the boss, then you could use Leo, or you could use Quistis, or use someone who has like AoE attack, so someone like Garnet or Rydia, who recently got EX+, or Trey recently. I know not everyone has him, but still. So now we're going to head over to Opera Omnia JP, and I'm going to showcase Amidatelion skills. Okay, so we're back in Opera Omnia JP. We are currently on Caius's Lost Chapter. So here is my Amidatelion here. I completely purpled her out, got her spear as well, and then I've got Garland over here. I'm mainly going to show off his LD, just to show off what it does, and then I've got Squall over here. I know I already showed him off in my last video, but I guess I can just show him off again, because we've already seen what Leyland Deuce can do. Alright, so Squall is going to start off. I'm just going to do brave attacks with him. Alright, so with Garland here, so I am going to do this. This is LD. Just like that, and it just delays the target, and he does get this really cool effect as well. Alright, so I'm just going to brave attack you again. So now we're going to show off Amidatelion. So I'm going to do Comet first. And because I have her EX+, this will also do splash damage, and will overkill. Alright, so now I'm going to do Mega Flare. Now, pay really close attention to the... Well, I don't know if... Okay, you know what? Maybe I'll do the LD instead. So pay very close attention to the enemy's turn here. So if you look at that, completely gone. This does also apply to more than one enemy too, so you can delay both of their turns, and it's fantastic. I would say though, sharing Amidatelion sharing her is honestly a lot better than just, I guess, using her when it comes to fighting. But hold on, what am I gonna do here? I'm sorry, I'm mumbling. But yeah, you know what, maybe now I will show off Mega Flare. Yeah, now keep in mind, Mega Flare will only delay the target that you pick. If there's more than one enemy, their turn won't be delayed. So now for the big question, should you pull for Amidatelyon's, okay, so I'm close to getting her EX up. I want to try and show that off too. Alright, oh yeah, and then Garland also gets a free skill use. So, you know, let's do this one, so I can delay the other one. Alright, so the question now, you know, should you pull for Amidatelyon's EX? I would say yes. She is just fantastic at anything that she does. Great Brave Battery, deletes the turns, she's a solid debuffer as well. Reasons not to pull for her, I mean... Okay, I'm almost there. So reasons not to pull would be because you already got other delay characters like Quistis or Leo, or you've got other debuffers like Kefka or recently Orin. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. That was all I could think of, though, for reasons not to pull. But anyway, now we're going to finish this off with Yukish Ultima. And there you go. So going back to what I was saying about sharing Amidatelion, like, using her in fights, like, that's great and all, but, like, honestly, it's a lot better if you just share her as a friend support, because her main gimmick is to just delete turns. That's all you really want to do with her. So anyway, that covers up everything for Amidatelion. Thank you guys very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know if you will be pulling for Amidatelion or an EX that you couldn't get before, or if you're going to pull for Squall's Burst, and I will see you all next time.